After months of work at the studios of Pinewood and Shepperton, the filmmakers are spreading their wings. There's a touch of glamour in Cannes, action at Real Madrid,
And this is the Bernabeu.
and suspense in the North Sea.
One, blow!
The Cannes Film Festival, where the husband and wife team of director Robbie Moffat and producer Mari Sutherland are planning the world premiere screening of their latest movie, Beam Me Up. Mari, who is staying in this hotel on her own, is becoming stressed about the movie's screening.
It's the screening day of Beam Me Up. Everybody knows that that film is going out, so, you know, people will be ready to start attending it at 6 o'clock. We don't have a movie.
Soft.
They've left editor Simon Harris back in London to finish editing the film by himself and then send it out to them. But there's been a delay in the delivery. The film hasn't arrived.
I haven't seen the finished version, so I'm going to have to stand up before the screening very briefly and say to people it's a work in progress. The last time I saw it, it was 119 minutes. All right? We took a big chunk out, we're down to 114, and then I came back the following day and it was back up to 119 because they'd found new material. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be seeing, and neither does Mari, the producer. So it should be interesting for us. You know? We don't have a clue.
But Robbie is pretty clued up about the Cannes Film Festival. This is his 11th visit.
The hotels, the Martinez, the Miramar, which is Miramar, not really. It really is the French film industry up there, and so we never get down there anyway. The Carlton's about as far as we go. All the Americans are in there. The Grand Hotel, where you get a lot of the Brits in there, the Australians and such. That's a really nice bar in there. And then down there the Majestic, which is you know, the top of the pile.
Robbie and Mari have flown the cast in to help sell the film.
You know, they take the little flyers with their faces and their business cards, and they're actors looking for the next job.
All the leaflets, which are looking great.
While in Cannes, Mari has kept a video diary about what it is like trying to promote and sell the film.
We went with Charlotte, who's coming in on Monday, so she's going to be made up about that.
I think the most effective way of getting people down for the screening actually is the flyers, which is quite convenient for me because my picture's on it. Coming to Cannes for the first time is a really exciting experience for like a young actress, but you also have to keep your radar out because whilst you're aware that amazing things can happen here, you can meet amazing people, great opportunities, you've got to keep your radar out for sort of bogus producers who like to take advantage of, you know, young actresses. So.
For Mari too, Cannes could make her dreams come true if only someone out there would buy her movie.
Cannes Film Festival that has the largest film market attached to it in the world, and Beam Me Up needs to make 1 million.
So when do you want to see me? Sorry, I'm confused.
So it's not surprising that she's a little stressed about the missing film. And other tensions have also arisen between herself and Robbie.
Basically, in Beam Me Up, Robbie spent an awful lot of time with one of the actresses, more than would have been normally acceptable.
What do you want to know now?
I just think Robbie should have said to her at some point, right, you know, it's time for you to go to bed, go home. And that never happened. So, yeah, you take the consequences for that. And yes, I have consulted a lawyer and I will be looking into it.
Stress at the underwater stage for Hans Herberts, director of the Belgian film Gale Force 10. His production manager Annabel Traukens explains why.
We have a lot of stuff to get done because we can't come back, and this is it. So we're doing pickup shots. Also, there's a diving accident that we need to get done today. So the pressure is on.
The diving accident is to be performed by Belgian actor Axel, who is getting a safety briefing.
The actor has been trained in Belgium by the Marines, and he's been diving with the army underwater for the training in our film.
But the British crew aren't sure he can understand them well enough.
What we're just saying we're going to do is we've explained to Axel how the sequence will run, but because of the language and everything else, I'm going to do the whole thing as a rehearsal, and he'll just come down as he is and watch.
The man who will have to film it is underwater cameraman Mike Valentine. His wife, Francoise, will coordinate everything from the surface. Communication will be key.
From the very first moment that we met the Belgian producer and director, we knew that there would be a communication problem.
Sorry, I don't understand. Can we just keep the light on till we start it up? Thanks very much.
The film is actually being shot in Flemish. So, of course, when somebody comes in and says on an ordinary film, "Oh, look, Terry, look over there," everyone knows we're going to be looking over there. But when a chap comes in and goes, "What's that, with 2 sugars?" We're not really sure. Add all of those communication problems into put them into the underwater world, and then, we really do have problems.
Francoise must communicate to the whole dive team via an underwater speaker. She and the director can see on the monitors what Mike is filming, but Mike isn't able to talk back. But he can use the video feed.
O, on, O-N-L, only. 18 inches down, so you need him a bit deeper. Correct, I understand. Okay, thank you.
Francoise and I not only been married for over 20 years, but we've got a sort of a shorthand so that when we need to talk to each other, I can hear her on the loudspeaker, but I have no way of talking to her back. So I turn the camera around and just use sign language. But I've learned to reverse the letters. So, for instance, love would be L-O-V and then E.
Getting into position, everyone prepares for the shot. Director Hans is the man in charge, but stress is starting to tell on everyone.
Tell me when to cut. Tell me when to cut. Are we cutting? Cut! Thank you.
After months of wrangling over scripts, budgets and sets, our 3 producers are at different stages in their latest films. Having worked on Mission Impossible 2 with director John Woo, Paul Hitchcock's last joint venture with him was shelved. But John Woo is determined to keep Paul by his side for his next multi-million-dollar film.
John has asked me if I would like to do his next film, which at the moment the script will be delivered at the end of May. If that is acceptable to the financiers and if he can get it cast, then that is the next film we'll do.
One floor below Paul is the office of the man who produced all 31 Carry On films. And at 92, Peter Rogers is at it again.
At the moment, we're making more Carry Ons with a new team.
Peter's just announced his stars for Carry On London, ex-footballer Vinnie Jones and Shane Ritchie. Peter's hoping they will launch a new era of Carry On films.
It'll be 1 a year, I expect. I should last that long.
Meanwhile, back at Shepperton, producer Bill Shepherd is back from Hollywood and might soon be busier than ever. For starters, he's just secured the funding for his latest film, Vita and Virginia.
Hollywood, they just think it's brilliant, it's wonderful, and it will do well around the world and everything else, and $8 million, terrific. Really, this has all happened in the last 2 months. I mean, it's one of those daft things that in 2 months it goes, and there's another film that I want to do, which is called Close Quarters, and they really love that script as well. So, and there's a third one they love. And they want to do not just one film, they're looking to do 3 films over an 18-month period.
Wander down Goldfinger Avenue and you come across the sound department.
Doors, we do doors in the films. Locks, knocks, windows, chains.
But today it's football. Beckham and Ronaldo are on screen. And it's Jason Swanscott and Claire Mahoney who are standing in for them.
We're doing a film called Goal 2. We're doing Beckham, Rail, all that lot. We're just doing all the footsteps and moves track at the minute.
And mimicking their moves, they are recording the sound of every footstep, every tackle, every fall.
The football kicks, body falls. Hand wipes on the nose, spits if they do it. The old football nose job if they ever do it. We'll do that in here.
And sound engineer Hugo Adams makes sure every sound in the film is just right. It's a job few people know about.
And I think they're quite surprised that you have to re-record everything in a film.
So Jason has everything he needs to live a superstar lifestyle. In sound only.
Marble floors for their £1 million houses in Madrid and London. This, believe it or not, is 140 grand's worth of Lamborghini. We've been using this as a Lamborghini. They'll probably sue us for it, but we've been using it as a Lamborghini, getting in and out. I have a crash in it, but I won't give the story away. I've obviously got my football boots, flip-flops, because all footballers wear flip-flops around their pool. He obviously breaks his leg in this one, not to give away the story.
Coming up, Beckham gets her boots on,
but I should just get the ball.
while Ronaldo warms up.
On a knee, on a buddy ollie.
And in Cannes, Mari is having a rough time.
Oh my God.
To sleep with him or anything like that.
As ever at Pinewood and Shepperton Studios, it all looks calm on the surface. But step inside, and the sound boys are busy. Just about every sound in a movie has to be added after filming is finished. Today, they are trying to recreate the atmosphere of the Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid.
Yeah.
Now this is the Bernabeu.
The more general one, either through the window or back here.
That's the wrong film, that was Space Jam. So I'll just basically stand there and keep the ball up, like this.
But this football story is not just about big matches. They will also have to play in the back streets.
It's our last surface we're using. That's our ghetto. That's where the kids are playing. Gravel on it. Obviously cheaper than the Bernabeu. Mind that Bernabeu there, don't wear that out.
Fortunately for Jason, he doesn't need all of Beckham's skills to do his job.
I used to be a footballer, till I'm married.
While Beckham can be both married and play football, he can't, unlike Jason, be two footballers at the same time.
Just there.
I've been Beckham this morning and Ronaldinho because it was Real versus Barcelona. Claire was Gucci. Real, she scored a cracker with her head. So when you hear Beckham hit that volley, that was Claire. Ronaldinho's goals and me, I'm always Ronaldinho.
Meanwhile, at the underwater stage, it is the last day of filming for Gale Force 10. In fact, it's the last shot.
4, 3, 2, 1, blow!
The scene depicts a diver who has cut through his own air supply. As he struggles for breath, he shoots to the surface far too quickly. He doesn't survive. To convey the sense of loss, the director wants the camera to drift poignantly down, but the actor keeps getting obscured by the net or slipping out of frame.
And cut!
So, each time the director requests another take.
Nice. We're going to do that once more. Thank you. Excellent, guys. Very good. Can we do one more, please?
There is a limit to how many dives cameraman Mike Valentine can safely do. And having done dive after dive shooting retakes, he's almost reached it.
How many can you do? Because this... Okay, so this is the last one going up and down. He's done this from 16 feet, up, down, about 15, 18 times. The divers are saying that's it, no more. This is one of the last up and downs that Mike can do now.
Mike has got just one more dive in him to get exactly what the director wants.
Turnover! 3, 2, 1, action!
This has to be it. It's looking good. And he nails it.
Guys, well done, everybody. That is a wrap. Thank you very much, everyone. Yoo-hoo! It's a great day. We got what we wanted. I think the director was delighted. We're going to go back and have a superb sequence in the story. We all had beers. Great.
Give me a big hug.
No, you weren't. Oh, you weren't. Oh, you weren't. Oh, you're so red.
Animated extras work regularly with actor Peter Elliott. renowned for bringing ape costumes to vivid life. Sometimes the result is far too realistic.
Once in a chimpanzee suit, we were doing a test in Los Angeles, in Griffith Park, and to my surprise, the next thing, a police car came driving up and up onto the grass, and 2 police got out and jumped out with guns, and I actually jumped out of a tree and stuck my hands in the air saying, "Don't shoot, don't shoot!" I'm not quite sure who was most surprised, the police or me.
Now Pauline has been asked by the makers of a movie called Vanilla Gorilla to sculpt a young mountain gorilla, which is, of course, a very different beast from your common or garden lowland gorilla.
We've done gorillas before, but it's quite different from anything else that we've done. What I need to start off with is a skull shape. This is actually a replica of a lowland gorilla skull. What I've got to do is to put this on top of Peter Elliott's head, because he's the performer going inside it. So this skull, which is the top half, and the shape and the proportions have to be adapted from a lowland to a mountain and then fit on top of Peter's head and keep it to an adolescent gorilla. Easy, really. Oh, fine, but I need your knowledge.
Peter's back for a quick chat before the director turns up.
Ooh, but look, see?
Oh, yeah, no, it's looking sweet.
Like this lowland gorilla, the finished costume will have to leave enough space for Nick Williams to install his electronics and for Peter's head.
Where am I?
Well, I reckon that is the back of your head there.
All right, so we got quite a bit back there. Well, not for Nick to fit his mechanics.
No, no, I hope not.
Trouble is, I need some depth to stick whatever I'm going to... There's nothing worse than having nowhere to put your teeth in.
Director Terry Lone has turned up with his producers. They've come to see how their gorilla is developing.
This is Peter. Oh, yeah. Peter's the man inside the suit.
Not at the moment, of course. This is actually me.
The director has big ambitions for the gorilla.
In my mind, it's the E.T. relationship between a young teenage girl who happens to have lost her mother and the gorilla, who is the other key character in this friendship.
I mean, I think he's looking at the right age.
So we've got to make sure that every eye movement, every expression is completely believable.
It's very warm without being overly cute.
It's definitely a great first step.
And a nice at the back of the jaw.
Yeah, that's great.
Back in Cannes, Mari hasn't got time for all the glitz. She's trying to track down her movie.
I have an urgent delivery. It should have been delivered this morning at 9 o'clock to the Ibis.
The movie's called Beam Me Up, and its premiere is tonight at 6 o'clock. But the film still hasn't arrived.
It's wait it out, have some coffee, smoke some cigarettes. I didn't sleep last night.
Mari also thinks that her husband and director of the movie, Robbie Moffat, is putting pressure on their relationship because of his professional relationship with an actress.
So the way that stands at the moment is that they say they're good friends. She says she has not gone to sleep with him or anything like that. Oops. and I'm the one that's crazy for even believing that might be the case. I'm not prepared to let the production company go just because of an actress. I think that would be crazy on my part. So we're working on being friends, we're working on a business relationship, Robbie and I.
I mean, Mari is quite happy for me to work with another producer within the company structure. I'm quite happy for her, you know, to work with other directors and so it's widening the company out. So perhaps what has been keeping the company from growing was our personal relationship.
But it's still very much down to Mari to keep the company growing. She's trying to sell Beam Me Up at Cannes and has a potential buyer lined up.
Can I just ask you, is Robbie your husband?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he is.
And you're his producer as well, then?
Yes, that's right, that's right. And it's a strange kind of way it works, because it's quite difficult shooting a film with your husband.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And it looks like the man from Pathé
never say never.
Isn't really that interested in Beam Me Up.
Although we are looking at...
Maybe I shouldn't be doing sales, you know. That's how I feel after it, and that's the wrong attitude as well. It's like, oh my God.
Mari heads back to her hotel. She really needs the film to have arrived, otherwise there will be no screening.
Excuse me? Did a DHL package arrive?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you very much. This is great.
With the film finally in her hand,
Beam me up. We have a movie.
the screening can go ahead. Only 20 people have turned up, but they include the author of Trainspotting.
It's great to get this sort of support, Irvin. Irvin Welsh, the writer.
The screening has just started, and Robbie arrives. And only minutes after the start, someone is already walking out.
We're here looking at films to pick up for UK for cinema distribution and DVD and so on. I left because it was just pretty amateur, so not really commercial enough for us, I'm afraid.
Has anybody actually come and bought the movie and said, yes, they want the movie today? No.
But the UK is only one possible market.
I mean, our films in recent years have sold
Indonesia,
Korea,
Eastern Europe,
Japan.
but I still need to crack the American market.
But for Robbie and Mari, in the end, Beam Me Up is not just about sales.
Personal situation, I think we've been kind of knowing that we might need to go in a different direction. Beam Me Up kind of, I think it was a catalyst for that.
Do you think Beam Me Up will always mark for you the end of yourself and Mari together?
Oh yeah, on a personal relationship, yeah, I think it was just helped to make the emotional separation more complete.
I'll remember it, I won't forget Beam Me Up.
Back at the underwater stage, the shooting is over, but cameraman Mike Valentine is still going strong.
I think in one short week, we've had a sinking ship, a ship on fire, a baby underwater, somebody swimming under gas jets burning at 600 degrees, somebody trapped in a net, a bomb inside a net, 2 people fighting underwater and 1 guy being rescued, a dead body coming up, simulating helicopter from above. Oh, let's make a huge storm appear in the middle of a tank, all in 4 shooting days. It's been a challenge. But on behalf of not just my own crew, but everyone working in the British film industry, that's why they come to us, because they realise even now that it's true, British technicians are more or less the best in the world.